that there will be no more military presence in the next 2 years. However, it will have to be properly worked under the pertinent processes.
Sir,
Sir,
are we insinuating
are
that
we
we will be sending
insinuating
a
that we will
letter
be
to the
sending a
United
letter
States
to the
to formal
United
or
States to
during
formal or
the Mutual
during
Defense
the
Board
Mutual
that
Defense
will be
Board
formally
that will
informing
be
them that
formally informing them that
will
the
be
expressing
expressing
Philippine
the
intention to
Philippine
remove
intention
the
to
foreign forces
remove
out of
the
the country.
foreign forces out
There
of
will
the
be a
country.
review this coming.
There will be a review
next month. Next month. I'm sure it will be discussed. I'm sure it will be discussed. Thank you.
Sir, on another one,
The U.S. State Department
the
said
U.S. State
that
Department said that
the remarks of the
the
president
remarks of
are
the
not
president
contributing.
are not
The
contributing.
tirades of the president
The
are not
tirades of the
contributing
president are
to
not contributing
the
to
good relationship between
the good
the two
relationship
countries.
between the two countries. Do you agree with that, sir?
Do you agree with that,
Or
sir?
what's your comment?
What's your
Uh,
comment?
In terms of I think we need to come back to the point that the president underlining certain things and which he has been doing and the right time the things relationships will be even the economic situation will also come under its own corrections and it'll be worked out.
Thank you, sir.
Will be
Next question.
economic.
Pierre
Next
Renado of
question.
Rappler.
Pierre Renado of Rappler.
Presidential spokesman,
Is President aware na there are some
MOUs or agreements or the government entered with Chinese companies that may have had shady dealings in the past? For example, there are certain companies who were apparently banned by the World Bank or blacklisted by the World Bank. Does this worry the palace, and what do we do about these MOUs, knowing that these shady deals existed in the past? Are we reconsidering these agreements?
Those MOUs are simply understandings that they can submit feasibility studies, which will still be subject to public biddings and the necessary processes. So these are not necessarily contracts or commitments to contract. Thank you.
All right, next question. Rose Centenario of Hataw.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, ano po yung reaksyon ng palasyo sa tila paglarga ng damage control ni Senator Laila de Lima na nag-iikot po siya sa iba't ibang universidad, Catholic universities actually po. At yung parang estilo po niya ng pagsasalita ngayon parang ginagaya na po niya yung namayapang Senadora Miriam Defensor Santiago. Ano po yung masasabi ng palasyo rito?
Well, at this stage, she can make her own comments, but at the end of the day, things will still have to be settled regarding her and her position. Yes.
JP?
Sir, follow up ulit on yung sa Chinese fishermen.
Yes.
Yung sa fishermen, sir. Sir, Representative Harry Roque mentioned in an interview that there was some kind of the Philippines and China reached a modus vivendi on the right of the fishermen to fish in disputed waters. Sir, may we know, meron na bang specifics agreed pero hindi lang na-put on paper during the China trip of the President?
Nothing has been official regarding that matter. No, there's nothing official regarding that matter. But all we know is that based on results, the fishermen can now go into those waters. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
follow up on that. Where did we get the information that the Coast Guard has left the Scarborough Shoal?
Apparently, there have been some physical observations that they're not there.
By the Coast Guard, Philippine Coast Guard, the military? Can we quote?
All I can say is at this stage, it has been observed that there are no longer any Chinese Coast Guards in the area.
Sir, by the Philippine military, can we say that? Observed by the Philippine military?
Sabihin mo lang na it's been observed. Okay, thank you.
All right, next question from Hannah Jane Sancho.
Good afternoon, sir. Palace reaction dun sa Ibon survey na nagsasabing 7 sa 10 Pilipino ang itinuturing po silang mahirap.
Right. This is one part of the surveys. On the other hand, also the NEDA PSA has already noted that the poverty rate has also dropped from 26 to 20. 2015, no? And that maybe it's also pertinent to mention here that the Philippine Vision, the Philippine Developmental Philippine Development sees that by 2014, our dream, our intention, our aspiration is for the total elimination of poverty. That's under the Ambition 2040. Given that timeline between 20, let's say 20, between now and 2040, our dream is for poverty to be totally eliminated. So, we will be able to see the actual benefits being enjoyed by the others, by a greater number of people over a period of time and not perhaps immediately.
Sir, other topic, regarding po dun sa 15 cabinet officials na na-bypass po sa
Yes.
ano pong next move po na Pangulo i-reappoint?
Inabot kasi sila ng recess, no? So, they will be reappointed. Okay, thank you.
Next question from Maricel Halili of TV5.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Sir,
Yes.
according to some U.S. Officials, there's a possibility that President Duterte and U.S. President Barack Obama will have a chance to meet during the APEC on November. Kung sakali po na magkita nga silang dalawa, are there specific issues na posibleng ma-discuss or the President would like to discuss following all the tirades and harsh words?
At the end of the day, these are not specific issues in the sense, no, in the sense of governmental issues. But if you will notice where the president comes from, it's basically that he wants to be able to establish mutual respect and dignity and acceptance and support. If you notice how deeply he was affected by when I say affected by, how deeply he responded to for example, Japan, where he says that there was a sense of mutual support, encouragement, and his terms are, for example, mutual interference, non-interference. So if there's anything at all, I think that would matter during that conversation is that to be able to establish a sense of rapport, a sense of mutual respect, and not so much particular issues, specific issues, but that a reestablishment of warmth in relationship. I mean, this is based on what he has said so far. Okay.
Sir, may we have your reaction or just in case po baka meron po kayong detalye with regards po dun sa pagkamatay, pag-ambush kay Mayor Samsudin Di Maukom ng Datu Saudi Ampatuan together with 9 other bodyguards. Meron daw po itong kinalaman dun sa campaign ng government with anti-illegal drugs.
We don't have the specifics yet, but when we do get the specifics, we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Okay.
Sure.
A follow-up from Hannah Jean and then Raymond from Bombo.
Sir, phone-in question po regarding po daw sa plano na confirmation po ng Congress na ipapasa po yung death penalty by Christmas po. Matutuloy po ba ito, sir? Ipapasa po ngayon
I think
before Christmas.
that will be the initiative of Congress. No? Okay, thank you.
All right, Raymond Tinaza of Bombo Radio.
Sir, doon po sa decision ni Pangulong Duterte na hindi na siya magmumura, he will no longer badmouth sa mga susunod na mga araw. May kinalaban ba ito sa mga previously mga negative reactions, international, parang sinasabi mga backlash, and even yung after yung kanyang meeting kay Prime Minister Shinzo Abe?
Well, as far as he mentioned during the arrival his arrival speech in Davao, apparently it was a personal insight, his own personal insight that drove home to him that this particular decision. It was a particular insight that came to him. He did not describe the process, although he did say that he heard a voice that told him. You know, so it's a way of saying that he had a deep personal insight into the matter.
So going back to the question of Ms. Pia, the MOUs from allegedly contractors which are apparently blacklisted from the World Bank. So how can we parang i-connect doon sa sinabi mismo ng Pangulo na he will honor any agreement, any deal or contract na papasukin no sa China sa mga investors. And we have to remember na yung MOU is already an understanding signed in their presence.
Hindi po yun, but unang-una, regarding that particular company, apparently the ban is lifted by January of 2017, no? On the other hand, those are not yet, those are not hard contracts. Those are simply an invitation to what do you call it? An understanding that they can submit feasibility studies, and these are also open to others. Okay, so there are no hard and fast rules that say yes, we have to accept this particular company.
Sir, so far, may mga lumabas na sina reports na there are about 19 billion US dollars total of financial package from Japan. As we speak, accurate ba ito or may nadagdagan doon sa...
Ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina. Yung talagang may signatures, mga 1.8 billion yon, approximately 1.8 billion. Yung 17.2 billion is actually a verbal offer made by Marubeni. It's a verbal offer. So hindi siya wala siyang signed. Pero andito na sila sa Philippines. They're already existing here. But it says that within the medium term, siguro mga within the next 5 years, they're interested in going into building infrastructures, especially power, I think. Power. So, yun. So that has to be very clear, okay? Parehong tama yun. On the other hand, yung talagang 1.8, meron na talagang, may usapan.
So, assurance siguro, sir, na during the actual bidding, doon sa mga projects, lalo yung mga big-ticket projects which will be financed by these loans, grants from Japan, magiging fair at hindi naman makakalamang yung mga, halimbawa, yung mga negosyante na karaniwang sumasama sa business trips ng Pangulo at magiging fair even yung mga hindi ganun kalakihang mga pamilya o mga angkan ng mga negosyante.
I'm sure everybody will be benefited, okay? I'm sure it will be fairly, it will be conducted with fairness and regularity.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Okay. Next question from Johnson Manabat of DZMM.
Secretary, good afternoon.
Yes.
Sir, meron ho bang possibility na magkita or ma-reschedule ang courtesy call ni Pangulo kay Emperor Akihito?
At this stage, there's no specific, I'm sure that it should give us a, what do you call it? It should give us a window of opportunity to be able to, it should be able to give him a window of opportunity to be able to visit in the future.
Sir, may we know the schedule of the President on November 1 or 2?
I think that's private time, as far as I know. Well, we can check on that, but as far as I know right now, it's still private time.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Next question from Henry Uri of DZRH.
Yes, sir.
Secretary, magandang hapon. Another topic lang ho sa traffic. Traffic is getting worse every day. Ano ho ang particular instruction ng Pangulo kay Secretary Tugade or sa MMDA para ho once and for all maayos po ang trapiko sa Metro Manila?
First and foremost, they should be under the ang pinakamagaling pong kausapin natin will be Art Tugade, and we'll try to make sure that we can also ask him to come and explain.
Pero wala hong standing order ang Pangulo sa
so far as I know, the
Secretary.
standing order is to be able to make sure that everything is worked out. Everything is properly worked out so that the traffic will actually flow.
Happy ba ang Pangulo sa performance ng Secretary Tugade, Secretary?
I'll leave that to the President whether he's happy or not. Thank you.
Another question from Pia.
Sir, maybe just know what during the China trip, if Bongbong Marcos and people like Sandra Cam and Greco Bellica, who were in China and
Yes.
in the events of the president, were they part of the official delegation? And
what were their roles in the trip? Were their trips funded by the government?
The official delegation is, I'm not entirely sure, but the official delegation is really a very small delegation, okay? So, but they were part of the, I think, the bigger delegation, which included three, 400 other business people. Okay.
But sir, what were their roles? They're not. I don't think they're business people. Are they? Or
No,
and did they pay for their own expenses there?
That I cannot know, but we can get back and we can give you the right answer regarding the matter. Yes. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes.
Any more questions?
Two more questions? Yes.
Okay, Hannah.
Sir, may feedback na po yung UN dun sa letter, sa invitation natin.
So far, I think they said that they were waiting for it. They were waiting for it, but I don't know. We do not have a specific response that they have already. They are in receipt of what their next action is. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Trisha Macas of GMA News Online.
Sir, just to go back to the MOU signed during the China trip, does
China.
it
Okay.
does it include the CCC dredging?
We can find out about that.
Sir, kasi if it's included, we just know if it's parang how will it affect or parang stand on the West Philippine Sea, because the CCC dredging is known to have been involved in island building in the South China Sea, and it got a deal now to build to reclaim areas to reclaim lands in Davao City. So how do you think it will affect?
Okay. First, we'll have to find out if they have already regarding that matter, regarding that question. We will specifically get back to you on that. Thank you.
Next question.
One
from
last question, please.
Tuesday New of DZBB. Microphone, please.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Apo. Sir, may we know kung saan po kinukuha ni Presidente yung data niya on campaign against illegal drugs? Kasi every now and then sinasabi po niya na may 2 policemen siyang namamatay every day sa campaign. But then, the PNP is providing us with different data. At the latest, sir, ang record or data ng PNP since July 1 of his campaign up to now ay 7 lang po na mga pulis ang namatay doon sa anti-illegal drugs operations. And I think 3 lang sa mga sundalo.
And several wounded, yes.
Yes. Paano po natin ipagja-jive yun? Parang nagkakaroon po ng confusion doon sa data, and as well as doon sa panig ng PNP, parang hindi nila tuloy alam kung paano nila i-release yung data dahil magkaiba doon sa sinasabi ni Presidente.
Tulad nga ng sabi ni General Bato the last time, the President also has access to other data. So we can also find out regarding that. We'll get back to you. Thank you. Okay. So in the meantime, can we just, Senator Cayetano is on his way. Thank you very much. Give us a few minutes.
All right, so that concludes our press briefing with Secretary Ernesto Abella. We'll be back later for another press briefing with Senator Allan Peter Cayetano.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members of the media. Back to the main studio, PTV4 and Radyo ng Bayan. Abella. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.